Download the AllStar app. Make your picks for UFC fights, challenge your friends, level up and win prizes. Link in description. Get it now. Staying with the welterweight, MVP signs with the UFC after he went in the cage at PFL.
I would love to see MVP versus Izzy, just because like the creativity out of it would be so good, you know.
Well, he's fighting Kevin Holland, right?
Yeah.
Which I don't think it's a good fight for him, but we'll see.
Oh, for MVP?
Yeah, for MVP.
What do you think, Shay?
I've known Michael Venom Page for like years. Like he always messaging stuff. He's sound, but I reckon Kevin Holland will out wrestle him.
Yeah, he's smart.
I don't think he's got that good wrestling. I feel like if they've got similar styles, like they're quite unorthodox. So it'll be a good fight to watch. It'll be entertaining.
Yeah, definitely entertaining. It's just, to me, it's like if Kevin Holland's smart in his approach, he will go in there and grapple with him, right?
Love Kevin Holland when he fights. He's talking shit.
Yeah.
Like
I think he's gonna try to prove a point against Michael Venom Page.
I mean, he has
and if he tries to, I think MVP knocks him out.
Oh,
like MVP's so
clean. I love that's
so
my
clean.
That's my favorite style of striking. That clean, you know, like that. I think that's the hardest thing to execute.
He 360 kicked the dude and then just stood there like
that's what I'm saying. Like that's
like that is
badass.
That is like he's the Michael Jackson of MMA. Like legit. Like
I think him with like Adesanya will be like huge.
Like he has better moves than Adesanya. He has.
I don't know. That's why like it'll be good because they both have the same like style. They're really creative.
You don't see Adesanya flying knee knockouts.
Yeah, true.
You know, you don't see him 360s.
But like I think maybe if we would go through his old fights in like kickboxing, we would see a lot of them. So it's kind of one of them, you know.
Is it raining?
Probably, bro.
Is that the sound?
Yeah.
Oh,
anyways, Michael Venom Page in kickboxing.
Oh, who?
My dentist.
Oh, his dentist.
Your dentist?
Yeah.
He beat him?
He's like multiple world champion kickboxer.
Oh, okay.
That's a cool dentist.
Yeah. He's really the dentist. You know what I mean? For real. But Michael Venom Page, I think that's huge for UFC. That's good to have. I think he'll be on pay-per-views and shit.
For sure.
I mean, he's one of the most creative fighters, strikers, whatever you want to call it, we've ever seen in MMA.
It's crazy because like now he was in Bellator for so many years. He's so good, done like amazing things there, and like I feel him coming to the UFC now just because like how big the UFC platform is. Like I think he's gonna just go like more global now. Let's say.
I saw him fight in Japan when Bellator came to Japan.
Nice.
For the New Year's Eve, and I saw him fight in Saitama.
Were you live there?
Yeah, live.
That was nice.
There in Saitama. Man, that's like one place you need to go to watch the fights.
Dream, right?
Saitama, it's crazy. Like, I think it was like 40,000.
Wow.
Or 30,000 or something like that. But it was huge.
Japan is just the place I think for fighting. It's like the future. I don't know.
So good. But Ryzen, you got to go there, or at least try to fight on there. Maybe you could get a kickboxing match on Ryzen.
Yeah, I would do it. I would like to fight there, like number one guy at my weight. I don't mind.
You know, you got the connections, right?
Yeah, of course.
We'll see what happens with that. But
come on, George Hickman, hit up the number one guy in Ryzen. Let's go.
Hit the line. You know, the WhatsApp.
Yeah.
You could get a good matchup. But yeah, Michael Venom Page, I think he's gonna do some good things. He's kind of older right now. So he doesn't have much time. So I think that he's gonna pop out fight after fight after fight, and we're gonna have to see like kind of like what Michael Chandler did. You know, he's gonna get his chances to get like maybe the title.
Do you think he came to the UFC for like more pay, or like what do you think is like the reason he left Bellator?
I think it's just he wanted to be in the UFC, like the potential of being in the UFC. You know what I mean? Like the potential of like
many MMA fighters, I feel like they always say, oh, I'm in this promotion, that promotion. But I feel like deep down, everyone wants to be maybe in the UFC just for a little bit, because I feel like there's just too many eyes on it at the moment. That's what I feel.
Well, it all depends, but most fighters have, when you look at promotions, right? And when you look at the fighters that go to these promotions, the UFC has impacted more fighters than any other promotion in the world, right? So when you look at it like that, you could go there, but you have to have a strategy. You can't just go to the UFC and think like, oh, I'm just gonna fight and win. And there's a lot of guys that go in there, fight and win, and then they just like get released.
Or like people just like like I was speaking to this with Peter, like we were just talking about, like, you know, like going to the UFC is like probably like you got to go to UFC, but then you got to figure out, like, I'm here now. You're giving me this big platform. How do I monetize it correct?
Exactly.
How do I like perform?
That's exactly
As a
right.
better, you know, that's the hard part about, I think, being in the UFC.
Like in my first road to UFC, if I mean sit down talk with him, like what should he tell me, like, now you have the spotlight, so do whatever, don't care the organize, just do what you want to do. Like if you want to wait, if they tell you to go, don't go.
I just told
away.
him to go and own the show, you know, like that's how the flying knee, we were kind of just sitting on the balcony just speaking. I was like, bro, you gotta go and like own this.
In the video, they didn't see the ball out. He tell me to crawl out like a dog, 4 leg, and I did that, and all the Chinese like, what the fuck, what this guy doing? But after I do flying knee knock out, they all like, but like you said,
he deserves a contract after that flying knee. But don't know what Dana's doing. He's asleep.
Sleep at the wheel. You know.
But it's all right. He'll be back stronger. Like come back.
He just fought already. You fought already, right?
I fought Muay Thai, but I just
we consider it like hard Muay Thai sparring.
Just go for it.
Still, you know, got back in the ring and shook off the cobwebs and all that, right?
I come back training 1 week. The tri trainer be like, in Thailand, you say, okay, you wanna fight in 3 days, and I'm like, okay.
This guy didn't train for like 3-4 months. Comes back after losing, like, you know, like many fighters like suffer, like, you know, psychology wise, how he lost last fight, and he came back like with a smile on his face, fat as fuck, chubby, like had a burger last night. They're like, oh, you want to fight in 4 days? Yeah, sure. He goes up, knocks him out. Like that's how you know this guy can do what he wants, because whenever his brain's in a good place, he like works, functions good, you know.